8:38 is your time, so grab your sunglasses and slather on your sunscreen.
Yeah, Good Day Atlanta is heading out on a week-long search for some of the state's best spring break adventures. And we're starting with a road trip about 150 miles south of Atlanta to an incredible place known as Georgia's Little Grand Canyon.
Hey, Good Day's Paul Milliken is live at Providence Canyon State Park in Lumpkin. That's just down there south of Columbus. And Paul, looks like you took a trip to the desert southwest,
it really
not
does.
southwest Georgia.
Right, you wish. You wish.
No, you're right,
I did, Bucklandford.
Yeah.
But no, I have not left the state, my friend. I am still here in Georgia. I'm trying to wave. There are people way down there on the canyon floor. I don't think they can see me, but very cool to see people hiking down there. And later this morning, we're going to head down there too. So welcome to truly a one-of-a-kind place here in Georgia. This is Providence Canyon State Park. As you guys said, it's about 150 miles south. Took me 2.5 hours flat to get here this morning. It was a very easy drive, and boy, is it worth it. These views are incredible, and it's great to hang out with our friend Ranger Reba. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy almost spring break. You said it's been busy around here lately,
It's been very busy. We had almost 400 cars here Saturday, so it was pretty busy.
Well, let's talk about Providence Canyon State Park. So you look out on this landscape and you think, how in the world did this happen? And the answer is really interesting. So give it to us. How did this thing form?
So all of the canyon was formed from poor farming practices in the early 1800s.
Yeah.
Farmers actually came in and they clear cut all the trees and they took all the roots away. And they were farming up and down the hillsides. So every time it would rain, water would run in between those crop rows, and eventually 4 to 5 foot gullies started to form. Those gullies eventually turned into the canyons that we see today.
Wow, we were asking you before, like how quickly did that happen?
Just 20 years into farming, they started having to move buildings out of the area. The schoolhouse that was down there got completely demolished from the canyons. Farmers really couldn't do anything with the land much after that, so they left the area and miners came in.
Yeah, and then it was when Jimmy Carter became governor that this was signed into being a Georgia State Conservation Park.
Yeah,
right?
we actually didn't even have fences or anything like that here before.
Wow.
So whenever Jimmy Carter signed us in, that's when park rangers came in and we built facilities and we built fences and we actually made trails where it's safe for people to hike.
Yeah, so it's so colorful when you look out. You've got that red Georgia clay, and then you've got some kind of purplish hues and, of course, bright white. What are we looking at exactly?
There's actually 43 different colors of sand and soil that can be found in the bottom of the canyon.
Wow.
So the white that you see is the kaolin. The red is just that red iron Georgia clay that you see.
Yeah.
The yellow is the limonite, and the purple is the manganese.
Well, and you told me when I got here, people look out here and they mistakenly think what they're looking at is rock, like big chunks of rock, and that is not true.
No, it's actually just compacted sand and soil.
Yeah.
So that's why it is very dangerous if you do climb up on it. We do have fences. We have signs everywhere saying, please do not climb onto the canyon walls. People carve their names into the canyon walls, and it just damages them even further.
Yeah,
So we
don't
try
do
not
that.
to.
Yeah.
We try not to get people to do that.
Yeah, but let's talk about the hiking opportunities here. If people come here next week for spring break, there's how many miles of hiking trails?
We have 10 miles of hiking trails here.
Okay, and you can go, as we saw people there, all the way down to the canyon floor. Is that a tough hike to do?
It's pretty steep and rugged going down, but once you get to the canyon floor, it's relatively flat.
Yeah.
So it's just really muddy and wet right now.
I bet it's really fun for you to watch people show up here for the very first time. Because I'll tell you, when we got here this morning, Tim behind the camera had never been here. And the look on his face when you get closer and you look over the edge, it's amazing. Right?
Yeah, when I have field trips, whenever we come to this spot, I kind of give them about 10 minutes just to just take it all in before I try to start talking to them. So it's really nice out here. This is my favorite viewpoint.
Yeah, I agree. It's incredible here, but there are lots of different viewpoints, so we have a lot to show you throughout the morning on our spring break adventure. Reba, I really want to go all the way to the bottom to the canyon floor. Can we do it?
Yeah, we're going to go.
Are we going to make Tim hike all the way down with the camera on his shoulder?
Of course.
Thank you, Reba. This is why Reba is my new best friend. We're going on a hike this morning. Tim, I hope you had lots of coffee and warmed up. Stay tuned to Good Day Atlanta for more from Providence Canyon.
It really is gorgeous. You're right. It does look like my neck of the woods over there in the southwest.
Right?
You know what a good reporter would do, Alex?
Oh, gosh. Let's hear it.
A good reporter would take us on a tour of all 10 miles. They would walk every step of the 10 miles on this path, uphill, downhill, and show
I
us
agree.
really
I agree with you. And because I'm training Tim to be a good reporter, that's what he's going to do. Me, as the mentor, I'm just going to watch.
Tim, is Paul your
right
mentor?
there. See this thing right there? That's my viewpoint right there, baby. I'm standing right there.
Tim, is Paul your mentor? Can you answer that question? Is Paul your mentor?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Yes.
think so.
Yeah,
No.
other way.
I didn't think so. All right.
Well, hey, Buck has a really good tip. If you guys needed to get all that red Georgia clay out of your pants, it sounds like you've got the solution.
Well, I'm going to wait and see if how dirty Paul's
is it?
pants get. Yeah. No,
Well,
I
I
learned
need
it
it, 'cause I'm
with
about to
baseball back in the day with the baseball pants. It's a product called Fell's Naphtha. It's a soap. It gets it out of there. It really does. It works.
Okay.
Learn something new every day.
I'm a laundry expert.
We're going to get
Paul.
dirty.
A laundry expert.
Apparently.
All right, thank you. Providence Canyon State Park is located at 8930 Canyon Road in Lumpkin. The park opens at 7 a.m. daily, and visitor center hours are 8 to 5. Admission is free, but there is a $5 parking fee.
There's worse parking fees. That's not too bad.